Hello, beautiful mamas and nurturing souls. It's Lisa Driver, and you can find me at lisadriver1111.com. Today in this video, I want to talk about saying no and letting go of those things that really don't resonate with your heart chakra. Now, as of this taping, we're in a really powerful energy vortex with the fall equinox happening just a couple days ago here in the Northern Hemisphere. It's, of course, the spring equinox if you're in the Southern Hemisphere. And then tomorrow we also have a new moon. So as I tape this, the energy is a little crazy. There's lots of letting go and new beginnings happening. And I really feel the gravitational pull of our souls to start setting some more stronger boundaries as we prepare to turn more inward as the weather gets colder here in Canada. And it's a perfect time, especially as moms, especially with the kids back to school, those nurturing souls within us that just want to give and give and give and give and give. It's really important that we kind of cozy up and make sure that we're taking care of ourselves and our own needs as well. Because without that, of course, we have nothing to give, right? The more you have, the more you can give. So I wanted to reference my book, Boundaries and Bucket Filling today. This is the third book in the trilogy of books that I've written so far. I'm working on the fourth book as we speak. And this book's really about self-care, but the subtitle is actually How to Say No to Others and Yes to You. And there's an exercise in here, if you've got the book, on page 54, and it asks you to list the things that drain your bucket. The things that you sign up for, especially with school coming back. You know, we've got PTA, we've got activities, and we've got volunteer opportunities and sports mentors and all of these things that we can be doing, but that we don't necessarily want to do. And I get it. I get that everybody kind of has to, sometimes put in their time or take their turn and do a little bit. But if you're a nurturer like me, you're probably type A, you probably like to help out. And I just want you to be honest and hold up that mirror and ask if maybe you're doing a little too much. If you're stepping up a little bit too much, if you're saying yes to maybe some people or opportunities in your life that you really don't resonate with, that you really aren't bringing your A game to anyways. And when we look at it this way, one of the things I talk a lot about in this chapter, in this exercise, is that when you say no, you make room for the person who maybe has the talents and gifts that that position needs, or the enthusiasm that that position needs to really step up. Now, I understand that if you've been there before, maybe it's like, well, they don't. But that's probably because, if I'm correct, you've probably been thinking, well, what if they don't? What if they don't? Oh, I don't know if that's what if they don't fill the position? I feel bad if they don't fill the position, right? Now, what are you putting on there? You're putting a lot of negative, restricting energy. Whereas if you just say no with honesty and love and confidence, whether it's to people or opportunities, like I said, you can walk away just with a contentment about you. And that contentment really does sort of cut that energetic cord and leave it open for the perfect person, the perfect yes to come along and gobble it up and take it up. So this is your homework for the week. This is your self-care tool for the week. You beautiful, beautiful souls, you deserve it. You deserve to say no. And if you've really struggled with it, there's an exercise in here on the next page that's page 56, and it says practice saying no, and it references one of my favorite movie scenes from 27 Dresses with Katherine Heigl. So if you've not seen 27 Dresses, it's a really beautiful romantic comedy. If rom-coms are your thing, I don't know, still give it a try. It's so good. And James Marsden is so yummy. He's one of my favorites. But there's a scene in there where she practices saying no. She's very much like me and like you, where she struggles. She takes on all these other people's things and basically just does it herself, right? It's like, if I want it done right, I'll do it myself. But at the same time, eventually, and the same thing in the movie, you're taking on so much that you can't do anything right. You can't do anything at 100% if you're so depleted, right? Most places and people would rather you commit and give 100% of your energy and be present and be in that moment and be enthusiastic and be excited than sort of be like half-assing it, right? And focused on or thinking or daydreaming or wondering or worrying about something else while you're trying to get this job done. It doesn't really work out so great, right? And we've got experiences of that in our day-to-day culture, right? You go to a place, if the person loves their job. You can tell if they're sidetracked or listening to you, right? So think about that and think about how you can be more present, right? This is really helpful as a mom. We want to be present and patient. And the more you can practice saying no, the easier it becomes to do that when you're kind of under the gun and the pressure's on. And this book's full of exercises and meditations and visualizations that can help you if you really struggle with that. I'll put the link in the comments of this video. You can check it out and get your signed copy, ordering it through lisadriver1111.com or DriverWorks Inc. But that's your homework for the week. Practice saying no. Let me know what you're going to say no to. Let me know what you said no to. I'm going to have to really meditate and think about what I'm going to say no to, right? And let you guys know over on social, on my Instagram page and Facebook. So make sure you follow me there. And I look forward to hearing all about how you guys are setting boundaries this week. Light and love. Namaste.